far as the continuing education process and adoption of new and better techniques, I guess the way that we could be helped most sometimes, I think, is to have more on-farm, localized workshops and pits and demonstrations, because I think there's a lot of apprehension when you read about something that somebody's doing in Nebraska or northwest Iowa or around the Chesapeake Bay, as opposed to having the advantage of seeing something that's 5 miles from your house on exactly the same soil types that you're on. So as far as a single technique or direction that you could adopt, I suppose it would be more hands-on demonstration in local plots and pits. Again, anything that we could see from a neutral source of information I think is going to be beneficial. When you go to different field days and it's sponsored by the person that's selling something, you automatically have to wonder if there's a hidden agenda there, or if they're a little bit biased because of conflict of interest. So to have somebody like NRCS or some entity like that that would hopefully have the environment and the farmer in their best interest, I think that's the best source of information you can have. Some of the practices that we've done, and even the pre-side dress nitrate tests and different things like that, I don't know that those would have necessarily been on our radar screen without the local office and introducing some of those ideas and then being willing to cost share those. The benefits have been tremendous. We've saved soil, we've saved input costs, we have increased wildlife around our house that we never had before. As far as on-farm visits go, I honestly don't know if we've ever had a bad experience. The times that we've had on-farm visits, it's really been beneficial, I think, because there's sideline conversations that roll off of those visits where it's an opportunity to learn more, or to learn how somebody else is doing it, or to learn how you can improve in the practice that you've just done. The staff that I've worked with has always been pretty accommodating as far as timing. They've always been very courteous and upbeat, and I guess maybe the only negative that I can even think of is that sometimes it seems like the staff is stretched pretty thin, and maybe kind of has to accommodate a lot in a very short period of time. Or maybe there's an additional practice or an opportunity for grant dollars that's been thrown on them with only a 2-week time window or different things like that. I suppose that's true in just about any industry. So I don't know that I've ever had a bad experience. As far as me personally, probably the best way to communicate upcoming events or opportunities would be email. But as far as the opportunity to learn and really have hands-on experience, again, would be the on-farm trials and demonstrations on a local basis. As we've continued to try to adapt and think about how we communicate with our landlords, for example, we've thought about Facebook and Twitter and email, phone calls and texts and different things like that. And in our situation with landlords and their median age, letters and phone calls still are probably the best way to go. But I guess in my demographic, as far as farming goes, email is probably the most effective way